Hello guys, this is Clastro Tech and Deep, and today we'll be looking at how to connect and interact with different wallets. Before starting, please like this video, subscribe my channel and hit the notification bell so you will get notified when I post my new videos to learn more about programming and or development. Also visit my other channel, Classroom Gaming, all links in the description. Thank you, and now let's start. So as I have said, today we'll be looking at connecting and interacting with different Web3 wallets. Web3 wallets. Web3 wallets are wallets, kind of digital wallets where you store your digital tokens called cryptos. So I think you already know, and if you want to learn about connecting and interacting, so this video is for you. So firstly, let's see what we'll be looking at today. First, I reload the page, and then you can see there are four buttons: connect to MetaMask, connect to Trust Wallet, connect to Binance Wallet, get token balance. So we'll be connecting to three different wallets, as you can see: MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and Binance Wallet, and get any token balance from the three wallets. From any wallet, you can get a certain tokens balance, and I'll show you how to change the parameters to get that tokens balance only. And for example, I'll show you USDT or USDT tether, which is a stable coin. I think you know. So first let's see, does it work. So connect to MetaMask notification pops up. I have already unlocked it, so it doesn't ask for the password. So I will select one of the account and then next connect, and it has been connected. You can see connected to this address. You can see the log too, and let us see if we can get our USDT token balance. And you can see that we got our token balance 3.815. And if we open our wallet and see the USDT balance, and that would be almost the same thing, 3.815, and here it rounds up to 8.82. Now let us refresh and connect to Binance Smart Wallet. It pops for the password, so I'm gonna give it. So it is also connected to this address, and when I get our token balance, you can see it's 29.033. If we open our Binance wallet, you can see you have 29.033 USDT. And if you are wondering which chain we are doing it, for now we are doing it in Binance chain, and I think it will be almost same in the Ethereum chain. So everything is working. And for the connect to Trust wallet, it also pops up. So I don't think I have to log in, because you know already it will work. So now let us see how to code these things. For first, we are going to open our Visual Studio Code, and we are doing it in pure JavaScript in the front end. So firstly, if we see our HTML file, it's a basic HTML file, and there is almost very easy to understand code. First, we have defined some buttons which does its own work, like connect to MetaMask, connect to Trust Wallet, connect to Binance, and get token balance. And there are also two JavaScript scripts attached to it, and these scripts are gonna help us. This script is for the web3.js, and if we don't give this line, it will our JS code will not work, because this line only imports the web3.js. I'm gonna give the link to the description, and this script is for our our own JavaScript file. And in this file, we are going to code all our JavaScript. So if you are wondering where to get this link, I already said it's in the description, or you can also go to this link, cdnjs.com libraries web3, and here you can copy the URL or directly copy the script tag and then paste it in your code, which completely complete script that gets pasted. So I think this is very easy to understand HTML code, and I think you all understand it. And for now, the JavaScript file, I first given add event listener for the DOM content loaded, and this thing does that when only our every HTML content loads, then only the JS code will run, because if the JS code will run before the content loads, then some content the JS code will not be able to find, and that will cause an error. So first you are gonna check if the DOM content loaded or document object model has been loaded, and then we have some variables: token, contract address, and token API. These are the true variables we have to change for changing the token, for which we are gonna find the balance from our wallets. This API is huge, so I recommend you to keep it in a JSON file and then import it, so you don't have to scroll much. After we get to this, there are two more variables of address on Web3. These are global variables, and I will say you why. So firstly, you are gonna find an element called connect meta, and connect meta is this button. Connect meta is an ID attached to this button which connects to our MetaMask. So what we are doing first, we are finding an element whose ID is connect meta, and then attaching an on click function to it. So this is the code attached to it, and before I'm gonna show you what this code does, I will show you what other parts of this script file is there. So next is for the trust wallet, we are doing the same thing, finding an button or an element whose ID is trust, and we are attaching an on click function to it, and this code also helps us in connecting to trust. And the next function is for the connect to BSC or BSC wallet or Binance Smart Wallet. This is also the same thing. And then finally we have the get token balance function. So first we are gonna go with connect to MetaMask code. So first we are checking if window.ethereum, a type of window.ethereum, is not undefined. That means window.ethereum is there, and window.ethereum is the MetaMask here. MetaMask injects Web3 code, and this window.ethereum checks if this Web3 code is there. So if it is there, which is not undefined, which means it is defined, that means MetaMask is there, and then we are gonna request for that MetaMask. We are gonna request ETH request accounts. The method would be ETH request accounts, which request the accounts of that MetaMask, and then we get the accounts variable as a callback. For the callback, we get the accounts variable from this, and accounts here is an array, so we are gonna access variables or values in it by this thing. Then we are gonna do a web3. Earlier I showed you that there is an web3 variable with var, and we're gonna populate it with this new web3, and window.ethereum is here the MetaMask. And then we are going to populate the address variable. I also showed you that above web3 there is also an address variable, and this variable will store the address of the wallet. Here address will be populated by the accounts array. I showed you earlier this one, and the first value of that array, which we are gonna be accessing with 0. So this populates the address variable, and accounts, that is a array, because when you connect to MetaMask, oh, it is already getting connected. So first we are gonna have to disconnect. And how to disconnect? Go to MetaMask, click in this globe, and then click in these three dots and disconnect this account, and then refresh. And then we are gonna, when you click the connect to MetaMask button, we are gonna get the option to choose which account to connect to, and we can choose all the three or any two or any amount of wallets you want to. So we can choose all three of these wallets. Next, connect, and then it always chooses the first one. And because there are many wallets that all goes to an accounts area, you can name it any name you want, but it goes to an array, and then we are gonna get the first value or the first address from that array, and then populate it to the address variable, and then we will just log console.log connected successfully and to that address. Then that connect meta button, this is the connect meta button or button whose id is connect meta, and that's inner html would be changed to this. Dot inner html returns the html code inside of that html element. So if this button is an element, this is the element, and inner html returns this part inside the two tags. We can also get here h1. If we put here h1, it returns this part. So this is what inner html does, and we are going to change that inner html to the connected then address.substring, which gets the characters from x index to y index, and we're going to call it like this: any variable dot substring then x variable to y. And what this does is cuts a portion of that variable string from the x index or the y index. So here uh, I am cutting from the 0th index of that address string up to the 4th index. So you can see here there are four characters: 0, 1, 2, 3. Or here there are four characters, but the indexing always starts with 0 in the most of the code. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, but there are four. So what this does is cuts the portion of a string from x index to y index, and then dot dot dot, and then we are gonna go another substring from the this index to this index. What this does is cuts from the last minus 4 characters to the last index. I hope you understand. After that, we are gonna close this thing, and then else. Now in this if, I taught you what if Ethereum is not undefined, which means it's undefined. But if it is undefined, then we're gonna alert the user that first install MetaMask, and then log MetaMask is not installed. You can remove that log if you want to, but I am keeping it. Now this was for the MetaMask part. I hope you understood. Now let's go to the connect to trust part. So it's the same thing. First we are going to check if window.ethereum is not undefined. Now window.ethereum could here be any wallet. So we are checking if a wallet is there or if it is undefined or not undefined, which means it's defined. And then we are checking if trust wallet dot is trust. Now if we just give a bool variable like is trust in an if condition, then it always checks if that bool is always true. So if this is true, then only it proceeds to this block of code. That means this should be true, but we are gonna keep it short. So if is trust is true, that means trust is there. Then we are gonna continue to this block of code. First we are gonna remove this, and then again we are populating the web3 variable which I showed you earlier here. we are populating it with new web3 window trust wallet. So here window and trust wallet, this returns the trust wallet. So with that trust wallet I am creating a new web3 variable and populating it to web3 var variable. And then we are gonna get a try catch here. First we are trying that we are enabling it. We are requesting the user to enable trust wallet, and if there is an error, if we catch an error, then I am gonna console log the error, and if it is success, then we continue. Cons accounts equals to await web3 dot get account. So here we populated the web3 variable here to the trust wallet, and we are going to access each child and then dot get accounts. So what does get account does? You already know, it fetches the accounts selected by the user, and we are gonna populate it to accounts variable which I showed you earlier. Or here accounts is an array, because dot get account returns an array, so here accounts is an array and we are declaring it here only. And then we are accessing the first element of that accounts array and populating it to the address variable which I showed you earlier here. And then we are console logging connected to trust wallet address, and then the same thing we did in metamask, that is we're gonna put the address dot, then the last part of the address in the inner html of the trust, just like this thing. We're gonna do the same thing for the trust. And if window dot is trust is undefined, here I showed you if it is not undefined then dot is trust is true, and if it is false then you're just gonna put console dot error trust wallet extension not found, or you're gonna put this with alert, so it alerts the user that trust wallet extension not found, please install it. Now I hope you understood for the trust wallet part, and now let's continue with the BSC or Binance Smart Wallet or Binance Wallet. So the same thing we did in MetaMask, we are gonna find an element whose ID is connect BSC, and that element is this connect to Binance Smart Wallet, and then we are gonna populate its on click to this function. So firstly, you are checking if type of window.binance chain is not equals to undefined. That means if Binance chain or here Binance wallet is not equals to undefined or it is undefined, that means it is there, then you are gonna continue to this part, this block of code, because it is true. Then the same thing, you are gonna populate the web3 variable which is declared earlier with the new web3 window.binance chain, and window.binance chain here is the Binance wallet. Then request account access, so this try catch as we did in the trust wallet, it is the same thing. It enables, it requests the user to enable it, and if there is an error we return with this error. You can remove this, and then again the same thing, we are gonna get accounts and it returns an array of accounts, and we populate it to the accounts const declare here, and then we get the first value of that accounts array, first address, and populate it to the global address var variable declared earlier. And then we do the common thing, we are just logging the address, and then just like we did in the metamask, this we are gonna fetch a substring or a part of the address, the first four letters and then the last four letters, and put it. So if we connect, you can see this thing happens, which is the same as the MetaMask. And if window.binance chain is undefined or this is false, then we are gonna execute this part of this block of code, and instead of console.error you can replace it by alert. So he alert the user that BNB wallet extension not found, so they can install it. So this was all the connection to wallet part. I hope you understood. You can see it all connect to trust wallet. It also pops out the trust wallet notification. And then the last thing we are going to do is to fetch the token balance from the wallets. So this is the code for which we're gonna fetch the token balance, and you can fetch any token balance as long as it exists and it is considered a token. So you're gonna do the same thing. We are gonna find a button element whose ID is get token balance, which is this button, and then we are gonna populate its on click with a function. First we are gonna try catch here. So we are gonna declare a variable called token contract, and it declares or it populates this token contract variable with a contract. I think you already know what a smart contract is or a contract address. So first you are gonna create a contract just in this JS code so we can interact with it, interact with the contract. And if you want to create a contract in your JS code, this is how to do it. New web3.eth.contract token API and token CA. So firstly web3, first these have to be populated so that this code works. So first we have to connect to an MetaMask wallet or any wallet, then only get taken a token balance to work, because or else web3 will be null or undefined and it will not work. And then we will fetch the ETH child of the web3 and then contract, which creates a temporary contract so we can interact with it. And then we need two variables, token ABI and token CA, or token ABI or application binary interface and token C or token contract address here. So these two variables I already showed you in the start of the video is in the top of the code. So if you want to fetch any other tokens balance, then you have to change these two variables, and I am gonna show you how to change it. So for example, I am showing you how to do it with USDT for example. And first you have to find out the contract address of your token, of the token you want to find the balance of. So you have to know it, and then if you found it, then you have to go to BSC scan if it is in BSC chain, and if it is in ETH chain, then go to etherscan.io. If it is in ETH chain, then go to etherscan.io, and if it is in BSC chain, then go to bscscan.com, and then find the contract address and then paste it in the search. So I already pasted it and got this contract. This is the contract address, and you can paste the contract address here in the etherscan. After you have got to that contract address page, which is here, you're gonna go down, go to contract. From these many things you're gonna find the contract button, and then go there. For the ABI you're gonna scroll down, and then you have to find a section called contract ABI, and this should be in any contract. Contract ABI is necessary for any contract, or else it is not considered a contract. And then you're gonna copy the ABI and then paste it in here. This is a long, as ABIs are usually long. you're gonna paste it and it will be all done. So if you have got the ABI, paste it in, and if you have the contract address, paste it in at the top. For example, I'm using USDT contract address and also paste its ABI here. And once you have done this thing, then we are gonna continue with the rest of the code. So then we are gonna fetch the decimals of an token. Decimals is an important part of a token. It could be of any number. Usually it's 9 or 18. Sometimes it is also 6 or any number you want to give. So first we have to fetch the decimals of the token. So we are gonna find the token contract variable which we declared here, and then dot methods which fetches all the function of that contract, all the functions of that contract. And then we are gonna find a function called decimals and then dot call it, and then it will return a number, and we are going to populate this decimals variable with that number. Same thing with balance. We are going to find the balance of the address of the user's address and then populate it in this variable. And how to fetch the balance? First we are doing await and then token contract which we declared here. It is the temporary contract, and then dot methods which I already said that it will fetch all the functions of that contract, and then dot balance of. This should be a necessary function. This is a necessary function in any token, and if it is not there, then it is not a token, it is not a crypto. Dot balance of, we have to give an parameter which is the account address, and then it will return the balance of the token in that address. So this is how to call the balance of function. Dot call to complete it, and then it will return a number, and we have to populate it in this const variable. Then we are just logging it to check if everything is okay, everything is fetched, and then we are doing the necessary calculations. So what calculation we have to do? You are fetching it in way. Way is done included with decimals. So if we do this, the number would usually return like this: the balance, the real balance, which we see in the wallet. Like in our MetaMask, we see we have 3.8 USDT. So that real balance, example 3.18 or 3.8, multiplied by 10 to the per decimals. So this balance of functions usually returns, or most of the times it should return like this value: the real balance which we see in the wallets multiplied by 10 to the per decimals. You can learn more about decimals, why it is there, and search it in Google. So to find the real balance out of the way, we have to do some necessary calculations. So we have to do the way balance, convert it to number, because when you find the balanced way, it usually is big int, and we don't want to mix big int and the normal number. This 10 is a normal number, while balanced way isn't big int, because all the numbers most of the time we fetch from contract is a big int. So so that it works with a normal JavaScript code which is a number, we have to convert that big int balance way to number. Same thing for this decimal. Decimal is also mostly returns to big int, and if it's not a big int a number, then it is okay. But if it is a big int, we have to convert it to a normal number. Then it will be the power of 10, and that number will be divided by the balance way, or the balancing way. You can also enclose this in brackets so that this part of the calculation gets calculated first, and then we have done the necessary calculations. Now we're just gonna change the inner HTML of that button. I already taught you what is inner HTML. We have to change the inner HTML of that button to that balance token variable, which is the real balance, and then we are gonna console log if you want to, but I'm gonna keep it. You can't also not keep it, and if there is an error doing this, we'll just print out the error. So I think you understood. So this is all the code. So to finish it off, we are gonna click the get token, and it not work because first we have to connect to a wallet. So let's see, if we connect to MetaMask wallet and click it again, it returns 3.18 for Binance Smart Chain wallet. Or first we have to disconnect from the MetaMask wallet, and then, or you can reload and then click to connect to Binance Smart Chain wallet, and then get token balance. It shows the 29, and if you don't believe me, then I'm gonna show you that we have 29 USDT in the Binance wallet. So this was all the things in this video. I hope you understood, and I hope this helps. This was enough for today. And before going, please like this video, subscribe my channel, hit the notification bell so that you get notified for my future videos. Also visit my other channel, all links in the description. Thank you and bye bye.